everybody, this is Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I just wanted to share with you guys a little fun freebie that I put up on the Facebook group. It's the Friends of Windy Chaos, I think is what it's called, or Windy Chaos Friends, or something like that. I don't know. I always get these names all crazy, but let me just make sure that I've got it on here just right. You can find the Windy Chaos page pretty easy, and then the group is called Windy Chaos Friends. So I would just love to build up this group some and have y'all share some things. Right now it's just kind of quiet over there, and so I don't care if you're sharing stuff from other shops. I don't mind if you put down links. It doesn't bother me. I just love to have a fun little community where it's kind of, I don't know, just less restrictive and anything goes, as long as I'm able to also promote my stuff too. That would make me happy. But the point of this video, though, is to share these cute little patriotic gnomes, and I had to split them up to do the uploads, so they're in 2 zip files, and then if you unzip them, you've got 1 and 2 here. And I thought I would just show you how now I have this in Dropbox. Well, no, I'm in folders, but I thought I just kind of show you how cute they are. Now they're really hard to see this way, and they're kind of hard to use this way. So the easiest thing to do is to go into GoodNotes and click New and do a notebook. And I just use the standard size. I'm just gonna name it Gnomies. And all you have to do then is just drag and drop. And I just kind of do all of them, and then I loop them and resize them and move them around. So I've already done this in GoodNotes. The fun thing is, if you're a noteful person, it's a little bit easier because you can do you can do multiples, and I'm just going to put that on the paper and do select. I don't know if I can select. Oh, the interesting thing about the way Noteful does it is they create a cascade, so it's a little harder to get everything, and you've got stuff that kind of just goes right off the page. But it's the same concept as in GoodNotes. If you're using Zoomnotes and want to do it that way, you have a couple options. You can just put them right into symbols. I personally don't use symbols that way. This is a little spread I did with them last night. I thought that turned out so cute. And there are some patterns in here. So if I were to go back here, I can do plus quick doc. Well, maybe. There we go. And I can pull them this way, and they all kind of stay the same size as well, which is really nice. So as long as you've got something big, sometimes what it'll do is it'll telescope in and make them really tiny on top. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller. But anyhow, this is kind of a quick look. Let me go back to the GoodNotes one that I made. Freebie gnomes. Just show you guys what's on here. So you got these cute little gnomes that are camping or watching the fireworks. And you've got some celebrations with some balloons and ice cream and sunflowers. And then these are some of the patterns. And they turned out really kind of cool. That's the one I used there. And the fireworks. Now they're not truly seamless. Some of them are more than others. But like if you look, well, this one turned out really good. But you've got that fun confetti. And let me just, here's another page of them. I went ahead and just included them all, even if they were a little funky, like this guy with his walking stick, but the flag's behind him. I decided, okay, even if they're not perfect, they're still fun. And I still went through and, you know, took out the backgrounds and things like that. Some of the patterns I had to do some adjusting to, but by and large, they turned out really, really cute. So have some fun with these. Wanted to show you something that's really kind of fun that I do a lot now. Kind of my different way of filling my background area. And that is, if I have a space, I'm in the wrong thing. Sorry, I just want to show you on Zoomnotes. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And let's pull up this. Okay, so if I have a planning area like this and I want to put in a background, instead of, in the past, I would kind of just grab the thing and I would kind of stretch and pull and try to make everything match. And then I would try to, you know, I like go into operations and do duplicate. And I just try to get everything like so precise and stuff, and then I'd have to tap away and see if I'm really lined up, and you know, and then I would lock down the layer, and I would crop the page, you know, and or mask it to a shape, you know. So this was kind of my older tedious way. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking my shape tool and I'm pulling it as big as I want. And then I can zoom in and I can really make sure I've hit the edge. Like that. And this fill color doesn't matter at all. It's going to go away. And I was just looking for those little red handles. There we go. Okay, so I like that. Now I'm going to do my select tool. I'm going to do image. I'm going to go here. Now I'm over on GoodNotes, and let's say I want this one. And I'm going to do copy. And I'm going to do from pasteboard, and there it is. And then I can do tiled. And right now I've got it horizontal, but I can do vertical, which makes it a little. Now I can't move things around on here per se, but I can play with, if I go with the width, see how small I could get it? That was pretty cool. And I could play with this, and I could even say make this. Now I turned it so my eagle isn't in the right orientation anymore, but I still really like it. And the other thing I love to do is, of course, I love to just take down the opacity. Now when I do that, that blue shows through, but I just take off the blue and I take off the border. So that's how I've been doing some of my backgrounds lately. Sorry. And the fun thing is, once that's set up, oh my goodness. If I change my mind, I can just go say to this guy and copy it and link from pasteboard, and then I've got that same sort of thing going on. So really fun, really easy. Let's do this one. You guys know I love a quilt pattern. So, oh, isn't that gorgeous? Vertical. Ooh, I love that. I love that too. So, there you go. So a little bit of a Zoomnotes, a little bit of a quick overview onto something that's really fun and easy. If you are a Windy Chaos customer and have already made a purchase, this is also in the library now. So have fun, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July, and thanks for popping in and checking this out. And I will have a new kit next week if everything goes well. It's going to be a little bit of a busy week for my mom with several appointments, but I feel really good about where I am this week on that kit, and it's going to be a doozy. It has a ton of clip art. I've even thought about just offering it as clip art and patterns and not going into all the planner bits, just so that I can get it to you faster. So I may do that, but and then offer all the planner bits just as an upload, or to pull down from the library. I'm not sure. I mean, I hate to do that, but it's more clip art than I've ever put in a kit, and I think it's super, super cute. So anyhow, have a good one, and happy Independence Day to all our American planner friends. Take care. Bye-bye.